Crispy, sticky, juicy fried chicken that hits you with pure umami from the very first bite, tossed in a sweet and salty fish sauce glazed and topped with fragrant fried garlic. This is the kind of food that's meant for sharing. Or maybe not, depending on how hungry you are.
Vietnam has a pretty bustling nightlife culture, and this is bar food at its best. You're gonna forget all about buffalo wings once you try this. So even though this looks like a very intimidating dish, it's actually really simple to make, and it should only take us around 20 minutes from start to finish. Some key differences that's gonna set this apart from other chicken wings is that we're gonna be topping this with crispy fried garlic, which is really gonna add to the crisp and the aroma. We're using some chicken wings today and some essential herbs that you'll always find in a Vietnamese kitchen. Green onions, cilantro, white onions, garlic, and a little bit of Fresno pepper just to give it a pop of color. So the wings that I'm using today haven't been split yet, and I actually prefer it this way because I like to eat the tips, but if you don't like that, or if you can find access to split wings, that'll be more convenient. If you have these full chicken wings like this, the first thing we're gonna have to do is split it. Find the joint that's connecting the drums to the flats, and you're gonna cut just along here. It should come out really easily. An additional step is you can also remove the tips here because there's another joint that runs here, but personally, I like to leave this on because when it's fried up, it's gonna be so crispy and delicious to chew on, so I like to keep that on. But sometimes I also think they sell it by drums or flats as well. I'm a flats person. If I could buy all flats, I would. And I know this is a huge debate among the chicken wing world, so let me know, are you a drummies person or a flats person? I think that says a lot about who you are. Bruh. So once the chicken wings have been split, the next thing you're going to want to ensure is that they're very dry. So get some paper towel and pat them really, really dry to take away all the excess moisture. This will help it splatter less, and also it'll help it take in more of that flavoring and coating that we're gonna be putting on next. Okay, next we're going to be seasoning it just lightly. Don't oversalt here, guys, because we're gonna be tossing this in a fish sauce glaze later on, and that's already gonna have a lot of saltiness and umami. So let's do a light coat of chicken bouillon, some black pepper, a little bit of onion powder, and I think that's good. So just use your hands to mix well. And that's it. We'll set that aside for a little bit. So what we want to do now is make our batter. I have about 3 pounds of chicken here, so I'm going to be using about 3/4 cups of cornstarch and a 1/2 cup of rice flour. Cornstarch gives it a nice crunch, but rice flour is really going to help balance it out by giving it an airy, crispy texture. And another special ingredient that I'll be using is some baking powder, just a tiny little bit. Baking powder, when it meets heat, creates micro bubbles, which is really going to help us create another layer of crisp. Get yourself a nice wide tray so that you can lay all the chicken out nice and flat to give it room to breathe. So just take each piece one by one and just lightly toss it in our flour mixture. So what we don't want to do is dump all of this starch and flour directly onto the chicken because that's going to create a very thick and clumpy texture. We want to take our time to coat each piece lightly so that it's just like a nice powdery finish, not like a thick coat, which is also why we're not using a wet batter for this. Vietnamese chicken wing isn't breaded and thick, it's more airy and crispy. One by one is taking too long, so maybe do a few at a time. So now that the chicken's all done and ready to be fried, let's work on our garnishes. In Vietnam, dishes like this are what we call nhậu food. Basically, food designed for hanging out, drinking beer, and talking for hours. If you grew up in North America like me, your understanding of nhậu is probably seeing that uncle drink way too many Hennessy shots at the family parties. But nhậu culture in Vietnam actually extends way beyond drinking. It's more about just hanging out and watching the world go by. It's when you get a call from your friend at 7 or 8 p.m. after dinner and they're like, đi nhậu mày, and you all head to your favorite spot and order the arsenal of munchies. Fish sauce wings, snails, dried squid, and sometimes even hot pot. These drinking holes are usually set up right on the sidewalk of major streets, so you see all type of people walk up to your table. Lottery ticket sellers, traveling karaoke artists, and sometimes even fire performers. It's really crazy and it's truly a spectacle. If you get a chance to go back to Vietnam, do not miss this cultural experience. There's a lot of nhậu shops set up in District 3 and also alongside the river near the canal. They call it bờ kè. Back in the day, it used to be really gross and smelly, but they've cleaned it up, so it's quite lively there now. And although these salty and super flavorful dishes would naturally invite a beer or two, you actually don't even need to drink at all to enjoy nhậu culture. I actually would just drink sting nhậu whenever I went to nhậu. If you know, you know.
All right, let's make the fish sauce glaze. I'm adding 2 spoonfuls of sugar, 2 spoonfuls of fish sauce and a little splash of water. And just a bit of sriracha, mostly to give it a nicer color. If you like it spicy, you can definitely add more. In a pan or a wok, add some neutral oil that can handle high heat. The first thing we're going to do is fry the garlic. I have about 15 to 20 cloves here, all minced. Keep the heat around medium-low, and once the oil is warm, slowly add in the garlic. I like doing this step first because it makes the oil smell amazing and adds so much flavor to the wings later on. Don't go anywhere, just hang out and keep stirring. You walk away, the garlic can sink to the bottom, clump up, and cook unevenly. Keep your eye on the color. Burnt garlic is honestly the saddest thing. You want to take the garlic out before it turns golden. It should still look a little pale because it'll keep cooking in the leftover heat. If you wait until it looks perfect in the pan, it'll end up bitter. Strain out the garlic and pour that garlicky oil right back into the pan. Heat it up to about 330 to 340 Fahrenheit and we're ready to fry. Add the chicken wings in gently, one at a time, and try not to overcrowd the pan. That's how you lose the crisp. Let them fry for about 9 to 10 minutes, turning them so they don't stick. And in the last minute or so, turn the heat all the way up. That's what's going to give it that extra crunch. And once they're done, take them out and let them rest on a rack while you finish frying the rest. When all the wings are done, clean out the oil and let's work on the glaze. Pour in the fish sauce mixture and let it slowly reduce until it's thick and glossy. Keep that heat low. Add in the white onions and let them cook for about a minute. I actually like to pop the wings into the air fryer for another 2 minutes at 400 degrees just to mimic a second fry and get them extra crispy. Then add the wings back into the pan with your garnishes and toss until every piece is coated in that sticky, glossy sauce. Add a generous amount of the crispy fried garlic and toss well. Honestly, I can't believe I made this.
Here we have it. Cánh gà chiên nước mắm, Vietnamese fish sauce wings. It looks amazing. It looks sticky, it looks glossy, and so inviting. I'm gonna give it a try. And use your fingers, okay? If you eat your wings with a fork, I don't know you. It's so flavorful. It's salty, it's sweet. It has this nice kick of umami that just like makes it so addictive. I think I could eat this entire plate by myself. That little squeeze of the lemon juice at the end made it so perfect. So give it a try, guys. Next time you're hosting or if it's game night, make some Vietnamese chicken wings. You'll love it. See you next time.